What's going on, you guys? Welcome back. So today I've actually decided to do something today. As you can see, I'm driving on the road. I am actually heading to my grandma's house actually, because today I'm working on Geo a little bit. I got some parts back here in my car, you know, from the junkyard run, and I'm gonna install some of them. And plus one little thing that I did for myself, and I hope you guys really like it because there's a good story behind it. And yeah, I think it'll look a little weird at first, but once you understand the story, you're gonna really appreciate it, hopefully. But right now I am heading to the parts store because one, the Geo doesn't have a battery. I have a whole bunch of batteries sitting in my house, so I'm going to take them in over there and do a trade-in, get another battery, and then I got to go to Ace Hardware to go get a parts. And instead of you guys watching me, you know, do all that kind of fun stuff, because, you know, no one ever wants to see me go into an auto parts store or go to Ace or anything like that, I am just going to put us over there. Ready? Here's the magic trick. Ready, and bam! And we're here at my grandma's place. Easy enough. As you can see, I got the Geo. Nice little Geo. Yes. You remember when I told you when I went to the junkyard? Well, this is the car I'm working on. It is a 1994 Geo Metro. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those aren't the headlights that you always see on the Geo Metro. Yes and no. They are for this Geo. But the only thing was, this model had these kind of headlights sumped in. This is the convertibles. I like the convertible looks better. It kind of reminds me of like a Civic or something like that. But it gives it a different look. As you can tell, the car's been in better conditions. So far recently, what I've done is I put these new seats from a different year Geo into here because they're a lot more comfier. And yeah, everything is there. Let me get in the car so I can show you. Alright, so here's the inside of the car. It is not looking pretty. So don't judge me on the car how it looks, because, you know, you can always clean it up. As you can tell, these seats are still good. Everything good, but there's a steering wheel missing. If you're wondering why, remember when I told you guys I was looking at junkyard for ignition key switches? Well, that's the reason why. My old one broke, and no matter how many times I took it to a locksmith, they could not figure it out because it was just broken. So overall, it's like I did find that key. I did find the ignition switch. I'm going to be putting it in right now, and hopefully, you know, we can get this thing running today, because I did buy the battery at O'Reilly's. So hopefully you get to hear what a 3-cylinder sounds like, and it's going to be a bonus because there's no exhaust on this car. It is completely just straight up to the manifold, because the old manifold broke. I did find a junk one about like a couple of years ago. I'm going to be putting it right in and see how it goes. So let's begin. All right. The other parts I need, GoPro batteries and stuff like that later on. Little bolts, because you can see for some reason the manufacturer decided to put these weird bolts into it. Yeah, I don't know what these are. I have no idea. So what I'm going to be doing is getting rid of those, and I'm going to be putting these socket head cap screws into it, and hopefully it works. Just gotta fish this all the way through and try to remember how to exactly put this all back together. Luckily this one is weird because my brother-in-law tore this apart. Oh, it's actually a good thing I'm doing it. Look at that. Oh, didn't mean to hit you guys. Look at that. These wires have been spliced, so that's not a good thing. So it's a good thing I did snag this thing from the junkyard. Oh, sorry guys. You're gonna get horrible angles. I remember, yep, it's connected to the fuse panel. So I just gotta find the correct wires for it, and that's falling again. Zip tie gone. All that wire we don't need right now. It is going to be doo-doo. There we go, and there we go, just like that. Old wiring on the side, as you can tell. Look at that. That is, I have never seen that in this. I have not seen this in the car. Look at that. The wires have been spliced because they're broken. Obviously, previous owner, well, I shouldn't say my grandfather, previous owner had this and it broke. So don't need that. Luckily, a brand new to me wiring harness. That's gonna be nice. Ooh, that's gonna be so nice in there. Oh, got it backwards. And now it's gonna be so nice in there. Goes in like that. Then that, luckily, the bracket will go right on top of it. And boom, it's gonna look pretty. All right, it's gonna look so nice and pretty in there. And luckily I got the bracket. It is going to look so nice. And hopefully those socket head cap screws are gonna fit to bolt it in. So let me grab those. And let's see if it works. There we go. And the bracket goes on. And then we put this on. I got a lot of stuff to put back on this steering wheel column. Eventually, you'll see the steering wheel, how it looks like. But I do want to get a different steering wheel in the future because this one's kind of skinny. I like to have more grip on it. You'll see what I mean. I'll show you. But yeah, there we go. We can just loosely put that on. And we can reconnect these back in. And just like that, it is back in. Now we got to put this sucker back on, if I do remember how to put this on. But I got to put back the key. Don't laugh at me for this. I forgot my L tool, so I have to use a flathead to install this. Yeah, at least I'm staying close to everyday mechanics, you know, street mechanics. Just gotta make whatever we have. Oh no, the bolts are too short. Well, you'll laugh at me for this, but that bolt's small and I have too long of a bolt. I added a nut onto it, so it's the same length. Theoretically, that should work. It shouldn't interfere with anything else because there's nothing around it. And it should make my life a little more easier to install. So let's see and find out. I know a lot of you guys are looking at it like, oh my fucking god. But no, I don't give a shit. At this point, I do not, because I just need it to work. Look at that. Doesn't wiggle or nothing. It fucking works. Now let's see if I can get, oop, there goes the nut. Get this bad boy back on. Oh yeah, look at that. Whoo, I'm excited now. And guys, really good tip of advice. Make sure you keep all your screws together. And make sure you just don't lose them. Because I seem to have lost my screws. Alright, so it looks like that's on. Found the screws. So let's put this on. Alright, it looks like it's pretty good. I can't put it on yet because of, well, don't know what that is. I want to say that's for the horn. Well, as you can see, it's on. It's not fully installed. It's got to be right there. I got to put the two bottom nuts on. And of course the center. After all that, it should be good. But as you can see, that's what the steering wheel should supposed to look like. So all that, all in its goodness. And yeah, you can see why I don't like it. Like it says Metro on it, don't get me wrong. It's just, I think it's too skinny for my hands. I need something bigger. So I gotta find a new steering wheel eventually. But for now, I think it'll work. Definitely it'll work for now. There we go, there's the columns. And we need to put those two screws in. These little guys. Gotta put those in. It's always fun to put back in. And it dropped. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice plastic piece put together. Just gotta put the screws in. Yeah, that looks good. Sorry about the bad camera angle. I can't do anything about it. I don't have good equipment. But that looks really good. And then I just gotta put that in and then the back cover and then we're good. Time to find those screws. And no, I'm not cleaning the interior yet. That's for a later thing. Okay, we're getting there. Slowly but sure, we're going to get this interior back together. And however this thing goes, I can't remember how. It goes on like that. Luckily, put those screws in. At least those are the screws I kept in, you know, remember where they went. You know, it's been a very long time since I've seen this car together like this. It's really nice, actually. And that is the last screw for that. All right. Best thing about these old cars is you have these little square pieces that are just loose in there. Possibly add some like aftermarket headlights, not aftermarket headlights, like something different. Who knows? Maybe who knows what I'll think of. But look at that, guys. It is now together. It works and everything. Don't worry about that gap. I just can't get rid of it. All plastic. But yeah, it's coming together nicely. I just gotta put that bad boy on. So with the power of magic, boom, it is now on. We got ourselves a good steering wheel. Now, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to put power to this and see if it starts. So let's open the hood. There it is. I'll show you what the engine looks like. There we go. And what bam, guys, and everyone on the internet, I don't know what to say. This is a Geo Metro's engine bay. A 1.0 3-cylinder. Yeah, it looks pretty, right? Yeah. So yeah, long story short, basically Suzuki made the Suzuki Swift, made the Geo Metro for the American population, and that's it. That's literally it. And I got a hold of it because my grandfather and my grandmother gave me one for a gift. That was the last gift I ever received from them because they passed away. And I told them I would get this thing running. So I'm gonna see if it runs today. So yeah, let's get the battery. All right, brand new battery. Look at that bad boy. At this point, it's putting lipstick on a pig, just because how, you know, how it looks like in here. There's the positive, there's the negative. I'm not gonna hook it up yet because, as you can see, there's no exhaust manifold. It is completely gone. I got a new one, like what I said. Let me grab it. Good thing the exhaust dome is still on there because I did not bring one. But I'm not gonna hook it up to the exhaust. I'm just gonna leave a straight pipe. As you can see, brand new exhaust gasket, and it's a 1, 2, 3 right there. Freaking 3-cylinder, somewhat. There we go. Stay. And this goes on. Now I gotta find the bolts, and I think I've lost them. Okay, for now I'm just gonna put one on because I lost the others. I do not know where they went, but I did buy new studs because I did not like these because they were so rusted and everything. But I am choosing to, you know, leave it like that is so for now. I didn't realize that I actually had a lettering from Japan. Okay, I was in the beginning of the video. I did say I was going to do something to the engine to make it look more like what I do, but I got to clean this whole engine bay. Oh shoots! I just realized I don't have a cover for that. I gotta go to the junkyard and find one. Well, shoots. Anywho, what I was going to do is change the valve cover, and the reason why so, it's because I got this nice little bad boy. It is nice red. It has a JDM Honda Civic, believe a Honda Civic or Prelude oil cap, and it fits under nicely, and it screws in no problem, and it's all CNC. The reason why I have a red one is because when I first started driving, doing oval track racing and stuff like that, I had a Geo Metro just exactly this year, and raced it, and I loved it, and I love the Geos because they're very reliable compared to like other cars. Even though I was the slowest, I still had fun. So we painted a red valve cover on it because it was white and red. See if I can post a picture of it so you guys can see it. And yeah, I love the car so much, but unfortunately we had to sell it because times were tough. So I found another valve cover, painted it the same exact red that I had back in the day, and I was going to put it on, but then I realized I forgot the bolts. And not only that, the engine bay is very dirty. I don't want to put this on that yet, but let's go for the moment we've been waiting for. We all know what time it is. We all know what time it is. We all know what time it is. I'm not going to bolt it down yet because I want to make sure it starts. I do want to put these in. Yep, shit. Don't ever breathe in battery acid. It sucks. All right, so the battery's in. I want to see if it starts. There we go. Okay, when we get power, let's see. Well, that's a good sign. Okay. Ooh. I have no brakes. It goes straight to the floor. Luckily I still got a clutch because that is good. Moment of truth. Bad ground. And there we go! She's alive! And look at that, no engine light, no nothing. Now mine does an engine light. It keeps blinking. I think that's just because of it's disconnected from the idle temp. Does the horn work? Yep. And looks like I have a little bit of gas in there. Okay, it looks like it works. I just got to put that on the battery and everything like that. I do have one thing for this car. Into the box of goodies. There it is. The manual. Oh, so that's what the bolts were. I installed them when I cleaned the engine bay. These, and you wonder why I have these. I'm like, that is the M10. I just don't like how tiny it is, so I got myself a little bit bigger one. It would look kind of weird. Look at that, it actually fits on. And for the Geo enthusiast on where to get these, you will laugh because these are on a Polaris. Like, no joke, these are on a Polaris and they fit perfectly onto them. They even have the right angle for the Acorn styles right here. I'm not going to get rid of these because these are hard to come by and I'm going to keep it just in case. But I'm going to replace all of them. Even though it kind of looks a little different. Sticks out just a little bit. But I'm going to be painting these wheels black again, so yeah. Yeah, let me just change them all so you see what they look like. And there we go. Kind of looks different because, of course, rusty old wheel, but I'm gonna paint all these, you know, black again, make them look good. But overall, I think they look good. But overall, yeah, I'm gonna do that to all the wheels right now. All right, I think I'm gonna call for there. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, but I got the car started today, yay! And yeah, it looks good, sounds good, even though it has no exhaust. There's only one thing I got a couple of things I got to work on. One, definitely the brakes do not work. The master cylinder reservoir itself, it's cracked, so it's completely done. Two, the tail lights don't work because the original wiring harness, it does not fit onto the JDM tail lights. So what I have to do is to get these, this is like some other wiring harness I got from the junkyard, and splice them, you know, make them fit into these taillights so they can work. Not only that, to find a 5-plug connector and convert them into something different so they can all work. Because I gotta have, for street legal use, you gotta have turn signals, brake, nighttime running lights, and they all have to work. Yeah, and then yeah, that's about it. And then after that, clean her up, give her a nice polish. Eventually I will find a way to take off this old window tint, because I want definitely just dark, not limo, just enough to be like, hey, that looks pretty good. Questioning whether or not to take the sights off. Don't know about it. I know that they're to protect the car from, you know, dings against other cars or anything like that, but I'm going for a clean look. If you guys say I should take those off or leave them on, let me know and I'll let you guys decide, not fate. That's for today. That's not too bad. So again, you want to see more content like this, you want to keep me seeing working a Geo, and don't forget, I did get an aluminum radiator, aftermarket shocks for this. I do have another muffler for this, and I might put some upgraded brakes onto this because they are bigger, a lot more stronger, and allows me to put bigger wheels onto it. So who knows? If you like it, like and subscribe, and catch you guys next time.